Welcome to the Real Estate Movement newsletter of SENVANG Investment Channel. This is an up-to-date information program on the real estate market. I'm editor Vàng. And to get started, let's review some highlights of real estate market in June 2022. The Minister of Finance proposed measures to prevent tax loss in real estate. In the morning of June the 8th, at the question and answer session of the National Assembly, the Minister of Finance answered a question about combating tax laws in the real estate sector. There was a state of cadre harassment in law enforcement. Minister of Finance Hồ Đức Phúc said that in the tax law as well as guiding documents, when transferring real estate, it is required to declare according to the transfer price agreed by the two parties. In case of low declaration or failure to declare on the contract, the collection will be according to the issue's land price leased. This is a loophole that caused the state to lose tax money. The Ministry of Finance has written to urge the General Department of Taxation and local tax departments to have written directives to combat revenue loss in the real estate sector. Financial guidance follows that if the low price is declared, it will be calculated according to the land price lease issued by Provincial People's Committee. Regarding measures to combat cadre's harassment, the Ministry of Finance sent a dispatch requesting the General Department of Taxation to direct tax agencies to fight corruption, anti-corruption and profiteering during the declaration process, must not cause trouble or harass people, but only carry out propaganda work. The General Department of Taxation also only conducts post-audit, not pre-inspection. Mr. Nguyen Khoi was elected president of Vietnam Real Estate Association. On June the 9th in Hanoi, the Vietnam Real Estate Association held the 5th Congress for the term 2022 to 2027 and approved the list of 15 permanent members in the new term, in which Mr. Nguyen Khoi was elected president of Vietnam Real Estate Association, term 5. Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hà was elected permanent vice president. Mr. Đỗ Việt Chiến was elected vice president of general secretary. Also on this occasion, the Minister of Construction decided to award certificates of merit to 2 collectives and 3 individuals of the Vietnam Real Estate Association who had excellent achievements. Speaking at the Congress, Deputy Minister of Construction Bùi Hồng Minh said that the direction of the association activities in the coming period should be built according to the social economic development strategy and the National Housing Development Program. Action plan and direction of the Ministry of Construction continue to work closely with experts in the field of law, economics, finance, investment, and management agencies to accompany real estate businesses in the context of the 4th Industrial Revolution and the economy. Rapidly growing digital economy, putting digital transformation into practice of real estate businesses. Proposal to buy and sell real estate to pay via bank. Ho Chi Minh City Real Estate Association proposed to stipulate this payment in real estate transaction must go through banks to increase the transparency of the real estate market, prevent loss of the state budget revenue, and contribute to preventing anti-money laundering in this area. Related to these issues, recently the Ministry of Finance also proposed to supplement regulation on real estate transfer that must be paid through banks to control transactions, manage taxes, and have transparently controlled transactions of investors. Industry serving property transaction management, real estate and tax management in particular. In addition to adding regulation on payment via banks, the Ministry of Finance also proposed to review regulation on real estate transfer for amendments to be consistent and synchronous. The Ministry of Finance said that in the near future, It will direct the tax authority to propagate so that people fully and accurately understand the obligation and benefits of tax payment, and at the same time be aware of the risks and responsibilities when declaring incorrect prices. The General Department of Taxation will also focus on building a database of transaction prices and tax declaration as basis for tax calculation. At the same time, the tax authority also has a plan to check the integrity of tax officials. At the same time, propose measures to handle tax evasion in real estate transfer and business activity. Korean FDI pour into Vietnam's real estate. A survey by Savio's Vietnam company shows that besides the manufacturing sector, real estate is also attracting significant FDI capital from Korea in recent years. The share of Korean FDI in real estate doubled in 2018 from the previous year, and the figure is still on the rise. At the end of 2021, it continued to record an increase of 13% over the previous year. In early 2022, the Vietnamese market welcomed many new projects. The highlight is the investment of 900 million by ĐTING to develop a smart urban area named ĐTI Eco Smart City ĐaltiNG. In addition, South Korea's YSL Group is also implementing an industrial land project with an area of nearly 300 hectares in South Nguyen, Vĩnh Phúc, in the direction of green and high-tech development, possessing strict requirements on the site, equipment, advanced science and technology. In the future, Nam Binh Xuyên Industrial Park will attract domestic and foreign enterprises, especially Korean enterprises, to invest in Vĩnh Phúc. Savio Vietnam identified logistics as two of the industrial real estate that received the attention of many Korean businesses, in which the prominent trend in the development of cold storage and smart house. Two strange developments of Long An real estate market. Long An's real estate market has never seen luxury real estate prices at tens of billions of dong per unit before, but is now becoming a trend of choice for the rich in Long An, and its vicinity has begun to appear disparate transaction pretty good on the secondary market. Besides, the latest report of Chợ Tốt also showed the strange happenings of Long An townhouses and villas right at the moment when the real estate market fluctuates. Accordingly, from February 2022 to the present time, the number of townhouses in Long An for sale has increased by nearly 50%. The demand of the market also witnessed positive signals when the total number of people interested in searching increased steadily over the months, average around 17% per month. Besides, the percentage of people contacting to make transaction after seeing the news also increased strongly and reached more than 20% in May 2022. The advantage of price and location continues to help Long An become the market with the highest level of interest in searching for land-based real estate in the adjacent satellite area of Ho Chi Minh City. At the beginning of the year, Long An's interest in buying real estate increased by 31%, leading the market, while villas and townhouses had the highest level of search interest by 54% in the southern satellite provinces. Particularly in March 2022, search for land plot in Long An increased by 66%, adjacent villas by 35.4%, and especially land plot and riverside villas. Thirst for the office supply in rent. After a long break due to the pandemic, the office rental market in big cities is heating up again with an increasing occupancy rate in all segments, even in some sold-out areas, making many businesses choose flexible office rental instead of traditional. A recent report by Knight Frank Vietnam showed that office rent in Vietnam are among the top in Southeast Asia. Accordingly, with $1,000 per month, businesses can lease 36.2 square meters of Grade A office space in Hanoi and 20.9 square meters in Ho Chi Minh City. Second to Singapore in terms of office rent in the Asia region. However, according to experts from Knight Frank Vietnam, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are still among the most affordable cities for business activities, business globally opening up great room for growth. 98,000 billion dong of bonds payable in 2022. Is this burdening real estate businesses? Data from KBSV shows that the total value of corporate bonds issued in May reached 50,144 billion, a sharp increase of 200% compared to the previous month. The corporate bond market is more active, mainly in the group of banks account for 60% of the total value of the domestic bond issuance, showing that banks are trying to increase capital to improve capital adequacy ratio. Showing that banks are trying to increase capital to improve capital adequacy ratio. Besides, the real estate group also reissued corporate bonds after 1 month without any issuance and accounted for 22% of the total domestic bond issuance value. KBSV assesses that the need for issuance to ensure capital turnover of enterprises is quite high. However, it will face many legal and policy challenges in the context that the government is implementing strict control over the development of capital, as well as trading corporate bonds through the 5th draft amendment of Decree number 153/220 NDCP. In particular, the real estate group will be the group under the most pressure from this maturity, when the credit channel in the real estate sector is also under close supervision. Forecasts the corporate bond market will operate at a low level in the next few months, as businesses and investors both need to get used to and gradually adapt to changes in policy and legislation. This is the end of the Real Estate Movement Program in June 2022. Thank you for your attention. Please like and subscribe to update the latest information from us. Goodbye and see you in the next program at SENVANG Investment Channel. Have a nice day.